Oh,
We're back, kinda.
yeah, ladies and gentlemen, roosters and hens, and everything else in between. Cock Talk is back, -2. It is just I, Grateful Coops, and at Water Racing tonight. How
Can't
you
even
doing?
show Can't even show my background though because of my stupid computer.
Womp.
So we're all kinds of out of whack tonight, but
Yes,
that's what
indeed.
makes it fun, right? So
Two people short and 20 minutes late. Any other I guess any other type of show wouldn't expect any less. Harvey, how you doing, man? Good to see you. Haven't seen you in a while. Yeah. Well, if this is your first time here, make sure you like and subscribe the show. This is Cock Talk. We are the Coop Collective. We're here to talk some chicken derby tonight. Got some news on some things about talents updated in the old tutorial page we'll be going over tonight. Be hitting on the dev blog that dropped this week. Got some pretty nice added bonuses for those who did not win a prize that did get in a bunch of races. So hey, Spivers in Nebraska, where you at? You gonna be around Omaha? Let's go get a beer.
College World Series is in Nebraska coming
Yeah,
up.
College World Series kicking off here in about
Oh,
a
you made
week.
it. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Welcome, everybody. Pop boy. All right. Yeah, so this week it's probably going to be I don't know about a short show. Who knows how we'll get going and the old tinfoil hats come out talking about talents and what this new bonus section is all about in the old tutorial. That'll be fun and interesting to talk about. But I think right off, we're just going to hit right into the dev blog this week. We're just going to hammer it right home. Won't be doing any races, but we'll be definitely talking once we get to the talent video of the dev blog this week where it shows off the new Devo, which looks pretty awesome in my opinion. We'll then go into the talents and we'll just start talking theories. Ross, how you doing, bud?
Let's do it.
All right, so dev blog this week. Gotta pull it up. Good day, chicken fans. It's been quite the week with the 100 bonus free races and 101 prizes won in the 20K challenge raffle. It was fun doing the stream. It was so good to see so many people, or so many of you, turn up. They did a live stream of the prizes giveaways of all the 101 prizes. Some pretty awesome stuff given out. They gave away the USA flag NFT shoes for the chickens, raccoon skin hats. Let's see, the black 96 Cerama jetpack. Yeah, that was pretty awesome. Dave was in that final wheel spin.
I got one of those American flag shoes.
You did?
Yeah.
Have you gotten them yet?
I haven't checked. So
Do you know which chicken you're putting them on?
I have an idea.
Charles.
No. Charles is more sophisticated. I'm thinking of Ezekiel.
Charles Barkley and sophisticated do not go in the same sentence. I'm sorry.
No, he needs like a pearl necklace or something.
There you go. So yeah, they got a lot of good feedback from the community during the event, and during the 20K challenge and the raffle draw. So they're very grateful that during these early days of the game that they're able to experiment with different formats, community events, and see what works and what doesn't work. I don't know. Mixed feelings on the 20K challenge personally. You know, it is what it is. But yeah, you live and you learn. And the best thing is these guys see it in real time, take advantage of it, and
here's where I can see
implement changes on the fly to kind of help, make people a little happier. And this next part coming up, we'll get into that. But what were you going to say?
Well, one of the challenge though in itself, I could see that being more towards the clubhouses and things, like when we do that, more of like clubhouse challenges, and completing those types of events, I think makes sense for something like that. So I think that they can take bits and pieces from that worked and use that on things that are in the future.
Yeah, very possible. I mean, the format is what it is. It was, one every entry of a race that you were in gained you a ticket to the raffle, though it was kind of different with the Sarama raffle, where they selected a random race, which kind of, in my opinion, it cut your odds a little bit, because obviously if you were doubling birds up in races, your raffle entries went down when they picked it by race. But it is what it is. Congrats to, I think, Drop Dude Drops. I think he won that bird from D3. Dave was on the final wheel spin. He missed it. He's glad he did, apparently.
What took the final wheel spin?
So what they did was they randomized a race number out of the entire 20K pool. Whatever, all the races that ran from the beginning to the end. They picked a random race,
right?
And then all the coops that were in that race were then put on a wheel, and then they spun the wheel. So, yeah, it was a good time. Yeah. Good turnout from everybody there in the community. What's that?
I think because of all the prizes, then that kind of leads into this next piece, that a lot of people put in a lot of money that didn't win some of those things. And so I think it's pretty cool that they did this. So I actually win one of these. I could see Charles wearing like one of these medals.
Yeah, the part that comes up next. So there was some people, with everything. I mean, you can't please everybody, but there were some people a little upset that, hey, I ran a shitload of races and I didn't walk away with anything.
Right.
So then the participation trophies start coming out. And I thought this was pretty cool from Apex and the team to instantly notice it in the chat and then say, hey, we're working on a solution. And they had the solution here.
Well, here's what this tells me. Because if they're going to bring these out, these have to be something that you can take on and off of your bird. So it's not fixed to one bird. So you asked me, like, who am I going to put the shoes on?
Well, I think you'll be able to move them around. I would imagine they won't be locked on a specific bird.
If you're going to put a bronze medal on your bird's neck and then down the road he wins a bigger trophy, you should be able to replace that with the better.
Yeah. So the neckwear he's talking about. So the devs, they understood that a lot of people worked very hard to achieve some of the goals for the 20K challenge, but they did not get lucky in the prize draw. Therefore, they decided to award the following bonus prizes for all the users who entered based on the number of times they entered chickens into races, free and paid during the event. So from 50 to 99 races, you got a bronze 20K medal neckwear for chickens. And then if you ran 100 to 249 races, you got the 20K medal, silver. 250 to 749 gets a gold medal. 750 plus a diamond 20K medal. And then 1,000 races gets an NFT statue for the metaverse. That's pretty cool.
Here's the thing too, knowing that they're doing something like that, if they continue to do that for the next event and they're upfront about it, I could see people pushing for a statue. That's pretty cool.
Absolutely. Yeah. And if that's something, hey, I raced 1,000 times, at least I'm getting that statue on my land. I mean,
which one did you qualify for?
I'm getting a gold 20K medal. I ran about 550 races ish.
I didn't see where I fell, but I'm either silver or gold.
Yeah. I didn't win anything. I was a little bummed, but saw a lot of people win some cool stuff. And actually, GameStop, shout out to him for giving away. He gave away 2 pairs of the USA shoes for the D3 team and the Aussie Bred Chickens ABC chat, and then he gave us the Coop Collective. He donated the pair of brown boots from the 10K challenge, and those prizes were given away. Ours went to R Doggin. I'm not sure who won the D3 giveaway. Raw Doggin, I know. The ABC giveaway, I think, is ending here pretty soon. So if you're not in that, jump into that chat and get yourself in the giveaway channel. React to that before that ends. Yeah, so the clothing items that they have now added will be distributed along with the USA flag shoes, raccoon skin cap at a later date. For the full list of winners and prizes, see the link in the announcements chat of the Chicken Coop. If you've won a physical prize, the abduction skateboards, fingerboards, and the neon sign,
I really want one of those fingerboards.
DM them. Yeah, I really want one.
was it Little Baller that posted something of a skate indoor, like a little mini skate park? Who posted that?
I mean, they used to make them, man.
Yeah,
Like
I
back
know,
in the
but
early
somebody said they
2000s.
made it.
I remember
They made their own.
Tech Deck was the company, and you could buy like ramps and rails, and you could have a whole skate park on a desk, pretty much. Yeah. So in development news, they had some key updates this last week. Firstly, there was the addition of My Coops, allowing you now to sort your chickens so you can more quickly find the one you want when entering a race. They also added the Umbria bridge to convert your ETH to WETH right on the site. I heard this is smooth. I heard it's great.
But it's very awesome.
This is a very clutch addition to the Chicken Derby website. Another step towards easier access for new people. I mean, it's awesome. Also, I'm seeing ABC's giveaway ends in 40 minutes. So if you're watching live, make sure you get in there. Whamble, his kid, told his boy about fingerboards, and he flipped. I guess he's a kickflip master. So, yeah, the Umbria update, very clutch, very necessary, awesome step towards adding new people. They'll be updating the tutorial next week with further details about both of these. Did you know you can just drag and drop your chickens into their coops on the My Coops page? Did you know that, Blake?
You can drag and drop your chickens from My Coops. Yes, I did know that.
The old My Coop is now My Chickens with a new sort feature and a connect to Discord button. We recommend you connect your Chicken Derby account to your Discord account, as we'll be adding new features and opportunities to those who do so going forward. As an incentive, we're doing a giveaway. On Monday, we'll randomly choose one lucky person who has connected their Chicken Derby and Discord accounts, and they'll get a chicken. So go to My Chickens now and get connected if you haven't. This is Sunday night. You have until tomorrow, Monday. Yeah, get in there and get it done. Nice and easy. It's safe. Let's see. Development on Talents is going well. They're still confident that they'll be ready this month. As mentioned previously, we have had to change how a couple function from our original design. This was either due to technical limitations or we just thought of something better. Here's the latest video of Talents in action. There's some graphical issues in this race, such as the chicken's comb and wattle changing color. This is known and being worked on, but this guy has a Devo. My son saw this video for the first time, and his reaction was great. It was straight up. His jaw hit the floor. Oh my gosh, that chicken has a jetpack. What? Oh my gosh, look at the Raptors. Oh, it was so great. Uh-oh. You're dark now.
Yeah, I know. My background lights.
My friend.
I haven't touched my other computer that was serving as my background lights in a minute. And the screensaver's on.
Heyo.
There we go. It's coming back.
So yeah, this talent video had, I can't remember what all of the talents were. I'm pretty sure there was a teleport and a jetpack. Here comes the jetpack right here. See how it gives you about 10-meter boost. Drops you right back in there. Trying to remember which one comes next. There's oh yeah, CK47. So here's something. The chicken. I assumed it would turn around in its own lane with the chickens around you, but I see that it jumps to a random lane,
right?
And yeah,
that makes sense.
Here's the Devo. Two raptors come in and just tackle two chickens out of nowhere as you stomp forward. Yeah, I like that. That looks
I like the
colors
fact
are
that
a
they're
lot better,
targeting
too.
multiple lanes as well. Some of these talents are targeting multiple lanes. And I think
Mhm.
that's how they can kind of set them apart too, because
Just teleport out of nowhere. I don't even know where that bird was.
yeah.
No, I
I mean,
agree.
if there's a talent that affects like 6 or 7 lanes, that's a like black hole or something.
Yeah.
I mean, that's devastating.
Here comes Jetpack again. That bird already had its jetpack go off, and this is what spurred a conversation in the main chat where Apex actually did confirm that, or was it Deli? One of them confirmed that your talent could go off not once, twice, thrice. Hell, it could go off
5.
all 5 times, although that would be very rare, as we were told, but not out of the realm of possibilities.
What ones do you think go off 5 times? The
I would have to be a high frequency. I mean, you'd think like 5 anvils.
Yeah, something that only affects one bird. Like
5
you
blue
wouldn't.
eggs.
Devolution
the high
wouldn't go off
frequency.
5 times.
I would think the high frequency ones would be the ones that you would expect to go off the most. So I mean, if you got a high frequency talent, I assume that's a much higher probability that could go off multiple times in a race too.
Right.
Which I think is that'd be crazy. Ronald would love 5 anvils. Yeah, and even the playing field throughout the entire race, huh? I mean, because anvil just takes him out. Just similar to blue egg, but not as devastating. But I mean, I remember from the last video with anvil in it. I mean, that bird did not recover very well.
Right. Didn't it say something about, but I mean, is that based off their perfection too? I mean, maybe a higher perfection bird, it has the higher propensity to get that 5 versus lower.
Possibly. Probably a combination of both. The high frequency
or
with a higher
breed or
perfection
whatever.
possibility. So as you can see, the Devo talent, they changed the color of the bird. I think this was a good choice.
I want the OG guy on a hat. Can we keep him for
yeah, I do like the OG guy, but I can see where it would clash with the grass terrain.
We need to keep him around though.
Yes. On a t-shirt or something.
Yeah.
And I was going to mention this in the video when we were watching it, but to see him snap like and bite, I'd like to see that again. That'd be pretty cool. So they recolored it. The green was blending in with the grass terrain too much. They wanted to make it stand out more and look more ferocious. Plus, the original design had the dino taking a bite out of adjacent chickens. The problem with this is that it wouldn't always happen. Oh yeah, as maybe already ahead of those in the adjacent lane once transformed. So we thought it would be more fun to have the big fella call for some backup. Yeah. That makes sense.
Yeah, it reminds
Even
me
just
of like
chomping though as a cool animation in itself. I mean,
reminds me of Jurassic Park and the little raptors running around.
Yeah, the little pack. So, also as you may have noticed in that clip, one chicken performed its talent twice. A single chicken can perform its talent 2, 3, 4, or even 5 times in a single race, though that would be very rare. We've updated the talent section of the tutorial so that the descriptions are now more accurate to what they'll be when we launch the game, as well as added a couple more paragraphs with some extra details about the talents. Follow the link below to see it. Finally, next week, starting tomorrow, Monday, they will be running an event, and the full details will be revealed in the Chicken Derby CAD channel tomorrow. Yeah, 1 week event starting, I'm assuming, tomorrow.
Yep.
I thought I saw that in the
So
chat
that
today,
means it'll run. So probably next week is a good time to final up whatever the contest is or whatever they're doing on the show. So
yeah, that was your Chicken Derby dev blog, which will take us right into talents. I get to find that page. So yes, as you can see, they have updated the talents page and added not animations, but images rather, and updated the the descriptions. We all know about Anvil. Blue Rooster, that looks, I like the lightning. That's a new addition. Feeling tired, low on energy, drink a can of Blue Rooster energy to make you feel alert and alive for 4 seconds. So it used to, people were concerned that this may have a tired factor after once the energy drink wears off. I think the old description kind of not so much alluded to that, but it was hinted at, but they seem to have shortened that up, and doesn't seem to be the case. Chicken appalt. I'm sorry, but that just looks hilarious. That bird's facial expression is perfect. 14th century cheap alternative carrier pigeons. Chicken appalt covers a much shorter range, but it's 18% less fatal. Now, I think someone asked, does this mean your chicken could actually die when using this? I don't know. But they may need to go see Dr. Droob and get some help afterwards. All right, so CK47, I don't remember. I thought that was a medium. Looks like it's for high frequency. As you saw, it jumped into a random lane and shot at 2 birds down the track. Everyone's favorite Cougar. That's a pretty fun one. That thing, we don't even know the full distance.
What was Cougar's frequency?
Medium.
Medium.
When running late, Cougar is a fast and cheap way to get where you need to go. Our Cougar cars can pick you up from anywhere and drop you off somewhere else. Doesn't say where. So I'm curious if that's a random, like, or is it set 10, 15 meters?
I think what I'm leaning more towards is the first generation talents are probably not going to have any negative effects to the chicken that has the talent. Does that make sense? So
yeah,
it might negatively affect some others, but it's not going to negatively affect the one that's releasing it. But down the road, I think that that's something that they can tinker with and maybe add a positive and a negative chance factor into these talents.
Yeah, absolutely. So yeah, as you saw above, they have the flight talent, the happy thoughts there, the growth, which is a medium. Chicken grows to a ginormous machete, the high frequency. And I saw a video of the machete talent on Twitter where the bird just jumps up in the air and slashes, and 2 random chickens on the track lose their heads.
Right.
Have you seen that?
Yeah, I did see that. I think that's probably the one I'm least excited about with what they've done. I think it makes sense for maybe him to call out some friends that yak another chicken's head off with them or something.
I think it runs into the same issue that they just kind of described with the Devo talent, as you know, it was supposed to bite chickens in adjacent lanes.
Right.
If your machete talent goes off and you don't have birds around you, well, it's not.
Here's the deal, though. To me, that's part of it, though. Like if you're racing a chicken that's in the middle of the pack and you have machete, he's more likely to hit somebody. If you've got a chicken that's a front runner or back of the pack and it's less likely to hit somebody. So I think that adds to the strategy a little bit. Yeah.
Well, it also is a high frequency talent too. So I'm curious.
True.
Like as rollerblades, this is a common talent that is a low frequency. So does rollerblades have, like, is it that much more devastating than the others that it shouldn't go off as often? Like, I mean, your bird hits a ramp, like the description is, after strapping on the fashionable blades, your chicken will gain a burst of speed and shall glide forward with ease. And there is a ramp that it does a sick backflip off of.
But does that take you longer than Cougar, say? Is that why it's low frequency? Does that take you further down the track than some of those?
That's the thing. I don't know. There has to be a reason it's a low frequency talent.
Right. It has to do a lot of good for the bird that deploys it.
And
when it goes.
teleporter, yeah, I agree. Teleporter, it'll zoom your bird up anywhere on the track. Blue egg is a high frequency. We've seen that guy. It takes out the leader, much like the blue
It looks like he's
shell.
constipated. Go back to that.
Yeah, that's not a very flattering picture of the
I love it though.
cherry dust.
No, it's great. It's great.
Yeah, that's good. So dig. I'm curious. So there's the bonuses down here on the bottom, and we'll get here in a second. I want to get into that a little bit once we get there. Helicopter got changed to a high frequency talent.
Skipped one.
I know. I'm not really going through.
You're ready to get to the bonus.
I am. I want to talk about that. But I'm just kind of going over with things that we know have like changed a little bit, and dig really. We haven't seen anything that's happened with dig. Meet fan group. We've seen that. That looks pretty awesome. Helicopter though is one where
high frequency,
and we did see in a video where it does carry you a short distance up the track, which is something that we were expecting. So that one looks really good. The Panda there, love to see that. Jetpack still a medium. Rare talents, cold snap, high frequency. That's I believe that freezes like 4 chickens in their lanes, in random lanes. Devo is now a high frequency. So I'm like we were saying earlier, I think these high frequencies have the potential to go off multiple times in a race, possibly. Imagine you're in a race with your high frequency high frequency talent, and there's lows and mediums in the whole race. You have a very good chance that your talent could go off a couple times. The odds are in your favor,
Now, with all these talents being up to 5 times and all that, can cold snap freeze Devo? Like, can one talent affect another in the middle? Are we going to see these talents go off at multiple times? Like, if that cold snap isn't affected by one of the Devos,
you know what I mean? You'd have to have an animation of those 2 talents clashing, and I just don't think that we're there.
I guess.
You know what I mean?
That's a good point.
Because you'd have to have the animation of one talent interacting with the animation of another talent, and we're still working on the talents themselves. So that may be something down the road. I don't know.
Another thing we didn't see in that race video was the cut scenes that we saw in the initial video. I wonder if that's something they're going to work down the line.
I think they have mentioned that they want the cutscenes, sound effects too. We're going to get those later. This will speed up the talent process. We don't need the sound effects right now just to see the talents in effect. But yeah, the only rare talent that is a medium that isn't high is moving walkway. And look at that, Mr. Cheshire Cock. He does not have moving walkway talent, but I'm pretty sure that's my boy.
So that must take them really far and only go off a couple times.
Yeah.
That's got to be farther than all the others. Kuber.
I would think so, man. Like Royal Procession, though, was only like 20 meters, whereas Kuber looked like it went a lot further.
Is Royal Procession gonna make other birds salute to them going down?
I would hope so.
Slow them, because I would
hope so. I think that does say that the animation is complete and it has passed or something. I can't remember what the criteria was for the checklist.
Or that's gonna trample over others. I mean, I think it makes more sense to just have like 3 or 4 birds come out of their lanes and have to sit there and wait while the
on the ABC 24-hour stream, I was suggesting, Sambo throughout the birds should salute the chariot on the way by. My suggestion was that the red carpet is wider than its lane, so it smashes the 2 birds wherever, so the red carpet
is like rolling out.
No matter where those birds are on the track, your royal procession carpet's gonna roll over them, rug them.
That's fun.
The very rare talents are both low frequency. Black hole We still have yet to see what this talent will do in a race.
It has to suck in
birds.
like 6 lanes.
I'm thinking it. I mean, that thing is massive. Massive.
Where's it going to come from on the screen? Is it going to come from like the top and like suck them up into
I don't know. It would be funny if it spit them out on different lanes.
Oh, that is interesting.
But that would be a whole thing, I'm sure. A lot of code. That would be a coding, as Dave would put it, a coding
Dave
nightmare.
is slamming his desk right now.
Royal Procession low. Again, like I said, I'd love to see like the carpet or the chariot roll over some chickens, or they salute, stop to salute, bow, whatever you want to do. So frequency is how likely that talent will be performed during a race. The high frequency talents will be seen more often than the low ones, though some chickens are more likely to perform their talents than others.
That's interesting.
That is, again, I feel a consistency hint. If your birds are consistent, they're like, in my opinion, that they're more likely that their talents are going to go off more often.
Or is that terrain and distance related?
Quite possibly that as well.
Oh, my lights went off again.
So the longer the race, the more talents that will be performed. The number will vary, but here are the limits. So 100 meters up to 2, 120 meters up to 3, 140 up to 4, 160 up to 4, 180 up to 5, and 200 up to 5. Now, here's the fun part. Bonuses. What you talking about, bonuses? Well, this is some stuff that we've been speculating on since, I don't know, a year ago. What do these things do on these birds? Bonuses.
Right.
Some talents can perform better depending on the situation or the chicken performing them. Discovering these nuances can lead to more effective use of the talent.
So I think the situation, meaning, and I think this is where you were kind of alluding to earlier on dig. We've speculated for a long time that dig is going to be one of those talents that's more likely to go off on certain terrains than others, right?
Right. Dig. I can't imagine you digging through any rock.
Right.
Or a road.
Right.
You know, dirt, grass.
Sand.
Yeah.
Snow.
You know, so that brings up the question of, does your talent of your bird give away or hint at where it's possible terrain preferences? Could it? There are some there, you know, like dig and let's see, you know, you'd think rollerblades would probably be better on track or road. Cooper, same thing, road or track. You know, some of those type of things. There are some that are, you know, a little more neutral, like black coal. I mean, that thing's going off anywhere. So same with CK47, you know, like machete. There are talents out there where it's like, well, you can say that, but you know, I don't know. Maybe
machete's probably less likely to go off in the snow. I mean, their sword's probably brittle.
Yeah, you use a machete in the grass.
Yeah.
I don't know. See, again, it's a tinfoil episode. We're talking about theories, bonuses. Could this be cosmetic traits on the birds, like the traits themselves? Beak ring, vampire, eye patch, alien eyes, lizard eyes, things like that.
And is this something to where maybe down the road, a better fed bird or correctly fed bird has a better chance to have their talent deployed?
See, that opens up a whole other can of worms. No pun intended. I'm pretty sure worms are what the land will be providing us down the road. Is that
You think we're going to get all different kinds of resources, or do you think we're just going to get one? Are we just going to grow corn? Because now that you bring up worms, that's a great idea.
I think it would be interesting if there were multiples, because there's multiple ways you could use a token within this metaverse throughout the whole game. You know, you could use something for upgrading your chicken or fusing your chicken down the road potentially. There's something to be said about possibly using one to breed with. Also something for race entries. I mean, you could go a lot of different directions there with multiple different resources from the land that will get you different things in the game.
Yeah, that makes sense. I mean, I think that, and there was different territories, right? Or what do they call them?
Each terrain from the races is its own plot,
but,
pretty much.
But they said the land would have like different territories or different what did they term that as? Either way, somebody will call us out.
7 different territories, each
there we
themed
go.
after one of our race terrain types.
Yeah,
each territory has approximately 1,500 pieces of land, each being its own NFT.
So, like, if you have a snow, for instance, your resource that you have available to you should be different than the ones.
So I here's the thing. I think, yes, there's a possibility you could go that road. I think there should be one that is consistent throughout the game. And yeah, maybe there is something that only snow can harvest, or only grass can harvest, or only road can, you know what I mean? I get where you're going with that, where it's like specific to.
You're not going to grow corn in snow.
Right. Yeah. And I mean, you're not going to grow berries on a rock.
Right.
So, Burrows, Professor Falcon. Thank you, sir. Yeah, so the bonuses is very interesting to me. Is that going to make your, like, for instance, you've got like a triple rare bird. Say, you've got the, say you've got a white beak and it's a vampire and it's got lizard eyes.
Right.
Or something like that.
You think that's where the bonuses are going to be deployed there?
Potentially. Matching, like, say, like Devo with lizard eyes. I believe there's only 7 birds like that. What does that make that bird stronger? Because it's part lizard already.
Does a bonus always have a positive effect? Is this part of maybe some of the defensive things that we were talking about?
Potentially
speculating
as well.
on?
Yeah.
Maybe your bonus is that you get zapped with the cold snap, but for whatever reason, it doesn't freeze you. But how would they show that and for us to know that your bonus was deployed?
See,
are you going to be able to tell that you've got a bonus? You see what I'm saying? Like,
yeah. So, like, when I think of like robot, we've talked about this one a lot. We bring up this example a lot. We assume robot is going to be impervious to, like CK-47 shot, machete, things of that, like the common nature, things that it will,
right.
It might even, Devo might even protect, it might be protected from Devo a little bit too,
right.
since it's got a metal body. But when you see CK-47 jump into the lane in front of that bird and start shooting, and the bird starts going backwards, I would think that if it's a robot in that lane, that thing ain't going backwards. That thing's gonna be like Terminator coming at.
But is that some of the bonuses that they're referring to?
Right. That's what I'm getting to. This could be, this could very much be the bonuses like that. And then that begs the question is, do the other base bodies, like the heritage base bodies, the black base body, these cosmetics like beak ring that people can't figure out, what's an eye patch do? One of the lesser rare eyes that's out there. I mean, everyone's after the alien and the lizard eyes, but eye patch kind of gets forgotten about a little bit.
To play a little devil's advocate, I think some will say that bonus is strictly going to mean that it's only talent based and more leaning towards the thing that we were talking about earlier, where dig on sand and dirt that's more likely where it's going to be. It probably isn't having to do with the cosmetics yet, but I think in the future.
The traits where I go traits is where it says the chicken performing them, and whereas you're I agree with you as well. The situation itself.
I guess that's true too.
Dig on dirt, Cooper on road.
But is that chicken performing them 97 is going to have a higher chance to have their bonus versus a 92?
I don't know if it's by perfection or if it's by consistency.
Might be a combination of a lot.
It very much could be. I really think the hidden variable of consistency is the main major massive driving force behind everything. Because I mean, there's times there's times where I'm just perplexed at how my 100 Lackenfelder loses to 95s, 96s, my 94 Sultan beat my 100 Lack the other day. The old Cheshire beat my 100, and I was just like, what?
Yeah, I'm more and more leaning towards that consistency means at a specific terrain and distance is where it's going to perform best.
I don't know. See, I've got Cheshire. I swear he's just consistent 180, 200, man. There's not a distance that it's just locked in on. I throw him in a 180 or 200 race, and he's going to get third.
Here's what I always,
1 and 3 of them.
I always remind myself that even if you have a 95 that wins, let's say his average position is a 2. If he's going up against a 99 that also has an average position of 2 at that exact terrain and distance, that 99 is going to win every time over him. Or most of the time.
It's
high
what
percent.
They say. But I feel like that's kind of a here's the thing that I find. So yes, in the tutorial it does say 100 will beat a 99 most of the time under the right, or the 99 can beat a 100 under the right circumstances.
Right, and I think those.
But if you're thinking about that, that's a 1v1 battle. You also got to remember there are 10 other birds in the race.
That's right, but if that so think of this is where the higher perfection has a higher chance of being like so. Even if there's another 99 in that race, if its average position at that terrain and distance is a 5, your 99 should beat that one again most of the time.
Right. You'd think.
But your 95, your 95 versus that other 99 that's got like the 5 average, that your 95, it may be 50-50. That may be something where they can run 6 races and it's 3-3 or 4-2. It's one race off.
The thing that gets me, man, is I will hammer this home until I'm blue in the face. I think is just the consistency. Like I said, my 100 is a 100 through and through. But it's in my opinion, it's not a very consistent bird at all. There was a spurt about a month back where I put it in. I was just throwing it in. Have you completely
filled out the grid with him?
For the most part. I mean, there was a spurt where I went through was throwing them in random S races, and I podiumed in like 6 out of 8, just random distance and terrains. And then just this last month, I got him declassed into A, and I went like 25 plus races without a single podium.
And you were running him on his better in that, or were you just randomizing it? Right. Well, that's what I'm saying.
I was, trust me, more calculated in the A's because I was putting more money down because I didn't want it up class right away.
Here's another thing.
It's just not a consistent chicken, and I'm starting to get there. And I probably haven't found his distance in terrain.
Here's one thing you also want to remember, and this is important because price of the race matters to the quality of the chicken in that race more than we seem to think.
Well, that's location too, because the price of the race isn't the same location as the same. It might be you could have two 180 dirts there, and it's $10 for one and 180 or $1.80 for the other. And
but I think if you have an average position of a 1.5 or 2, and you've got more than 6 races on that terrain and distance, I think that they're more likely to enter them in that high dollar race. Then
see, that's the thing. That's where I was, but I would enter him in the high dollar race after going, okay, well, he did okay here, and I put him in cheap races, so I'm going to put him in an expensive race.
I would be curious to see if you just set it at like a low bar, and you raced only at that level for like 30 races.
Because like my boy Blue, here's a good example. My boy Blue, he will he'll win almost any 180 dirt below $2 or $3. If I throw him in something $8 or above, not even close to the same results. And that's where I go to location based.
Unless you were able to downclass him one more class, and then he would probably compete in those higher end races.
Yeah.
So the classes are starting to shake out to where there's a higher tier in each class and a lower tier in each class. Because I find the same thing. I'm running some birds. If I run under $2, I can win. But as soon as I go over that, blow the load. Like it's just finish 12th or 10th. And I'm like, well, ran 8 races there, average position 4, and I get 12th. Like, huh?
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, 180 dirt, my boy Blue. Again, I'll throw him in any $3 race and below, and he'll usually get a podium there. The second I put him in a race above like $5 or $8, and again, those are different locations, he always gets like 6th.
I think location matters.
Yep.
And I still think Coleman Waddle matters. We still don't have any data on this. Nobody's ran the stats.
Eyes too. I mean,
and eyes
again.
There's something to those things, and I'll continue to say it until somebody proves me wrong. Right, but I continue to see,
in my opinion,
same Coleman Waddle at the top of some of these races in bunches. Look at the 1, 2, 3. Now, occasionally there's some that are not, but there's a lot. There's a lot into that, I think.
Yeah. So, any other theories on the old bonus section?
No, like I said, I just think we could see maybe it would be cool if there's positive and defensive bonuses.
Yeah.
I think anything that will get people to watch the races is going to allow for more sponsorships to come on board via the live races, right? Yeah. As for the game as a whole, like game type sponsorships that kind of like Zed did. I think the goal, part of the goal will be for get people to watch the races. I think the talents have something are going to have a big impact on that, but also too, as they end up perfecting the talents and the cut scenes and the sound effects and all that, I think we're just seeing the first generation of these races, you know?
Yeah. Oh yeah. I mean, this game is going to evolve, and they will add to it. They will adjust. They will modify. Not to like the race logic or anything, but like the animation stuff.
Yeah.
That they'll add to it. They'll church it up. They'll make it exciting. They'll make it appealing. They'll make it pop. Make it sticky, as we've heard that phrase thrown around so often.
We've tinfoiled before. Once we get into this, what did you call it? Where they're merging the chickens. Fusion. Are we going to see hybrid talents pop up, or different types of talents that come aboard? Right.
Well, and same could be said for like breeding. When we breed talents together, can we make a new talent?
Right. Or
I've had some thoughts on that, like just different talent ideas, like evolving down the road.
maybe you change the frequency of said talent, based on your breeding skills. You're either down classing that bird and giving it a lower frequency, or you're making it better.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't know. That's kind of.
So, question in the chat: when you guys think talents are coming around? They say June. We got a couple more weeks left. They're pretty confident in that.
In fact, a Monday they said, right? So
yeah,
we've got this week.
We got
contest
this Monday
coming
and next
up.
Monday.
I don't know if they're doing this contest to hold us over for another week until they release the next one. But yeah, it may be as soon as tomorrow, but we'll see.
Yeah, I wouldn't have my hopes up on tomorrow, but hell, I wouldn't be mad about it.
Most interested to see. I'm not so much interested to. I mean, obviously the talents are cool, but I'm more interested to see how they're going to affect the races. Are we going to see some of these birds that have these better talents that aren't doing very good now? Are they going to start doing better because their talents are helping them out?
The question will get answered. Are the talents actually doing something in the race, or is the race still predetermined from when it starts? As we're seeing now with the races.
Well, and it could still be predetermined, though, I guess, if the talents go off more times in a race.
Well, but I think the main argument has been, are we seeing a representation of
the talents now? And I don't think so.
And I don't think so, no. But
I think that could still be the race. I still think it could be into the computer pre-race, and the computer spits it out.
Oh, yeah. Yes. I guess what I'm thinking is,
I know what
is it really doing anything, or are we just seeing a visual on the screen to make it look better?
People speculated now that talents are there, we're just not seeing them.
Right.
And I don't think that's the case either. I think, and that's because you see some birds right now that have those good talents that aren't performing very well.
Mm-hmm.
And it'd be a good case study to watch some of those in particular. That do they all of a sudden start winning more, or having podiums more? But
and the theory of the rarer talent birds not performing well right now in races because they don't have their talent. I mean, I've got some. I'm lucky. I've got it. My Devo bird is a winner. I love it. But my other rares and my ultra rares, they are bad.
So is that Devo bird that's a winner now? Is he going to be one of those S-class dominants?
I don't know. He's only a 92 Sultan, so I can't imagine him getting all the way up.
Maybe he's an A bird.
But if he keeps winning,
maybe he's a dominant A bird.
I've been trying to. I have mastered keeping him in the B to C, up and down.
Right.
He'll get podiums in B, but he is a monster in C. I love it. That's great. But yeah, that's the thing that will we see that change? Will we start to see that balance out? Right. Tyler hates his black hole bird, both of them. My black hole and my royal procession. I haven't raced it enough yet, but my black hole was not good before, and I've raced it quite a few times, and still not great.
It's going to be interesting to see the impact. I mean, I think that it could have a bigger impact than some people think right off the bat.
Yeah. No, I think, a couple weeks, we'll see. We'll start getting talents, hopefully, start testing them, start seeing the new logic with talents implemented. Can't wait, honestly. I'm excited for it. Going to be huge. I mean, what's your thoughts? Do you think the game pops more when talents come? I mean, I know there's been a lot of people that are saying they don't want to race until the talents.
Yeah, that was a lot of the talk, I think. But I mean, I don't know. And maybe we'll see. Like I said, if they have a big impact on the racing, then some of these people that have been sitting on some of these birds with better talents may start running them. Right. If they don't, though, I don't know how much of an impact it's going to have. From them coming out, I think it's fun for us that are competing in the game now. I don't know how much that per se is going to draw new users. I think it's got to be marketed once the game and the videos are ready to roll, then I think we can start marketing to new users and bringing them into a ready, set game. I think right now it's just going to be the ones that find out about it. Yeah, it's exciting to have a new thing come out. The cosmetics are pretty cool, right? That they're doing all these. When are we going to be able to wear them in the race, right? I think that's the next step after talent. So all those little pieces are just adding to the overall game.
Yeah. I agree. And we'll get there. But yeah, I think that about will do it for our show this week.
Yeah, pretty much wraps it up.
Yeah, we got to talk about bonuses.
Pretty good.
We'll be back next week with hopefully a full show. Have Tyler back, get Dave back up in here, start getting some races flowing again.
Yeah, like I said, it'll be the last day of that week contest they're doing, so we'll have something, I'm sure, planned.
Yeah, for sure. Plus, be on the lookout for the Chicken Derby Ambassadors program. They're going to be dropping some new giveaways coming out soon, so keep your eyes peeled for those.
Some eggs.
Tweets.
Dropping some eggs.
Tyler is alive. He's dancing his heart away right now. No, another DWI. I hope not. He's going to make it a habit of me hosting the show. We don't need that. But yeah, you be on the lookout for Twitter for those giveaways and the Chicken Coop chat. What do we got going on, Blake? Do we got anything coming up? I think Tyler wanted to get another Express Challenge going, and I know I need to get a bingo card put together.
Well, I heard there's a different type of Express Challenge maybe in the works. So
potentially a collab.
We'll see what.
Yeah,
we'll see what
ABC,
he has.
ABC guys are putting together something it's similar to the Express Challenge.
You know, I like all
and
these.
And we were going to put the names together and make it like really long.
I like all these different ideas and these different types of contests that are coming up because whenever we're able to run and host them actually in the game, I think it gives us a lot of different things that we can do to keep it fun and keep it interesting.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, so be on the lookout for that. We'll get some information on bingo and Express Challenge out soon. Yeah, I guess that'll be it for the show. I am at Grateful Coops. You can check us out in the Coop Collective Discord or in the Chicken Coop chat. Just tag me or hit me up. I've at Waddle Racing with me. We are half of the Coop Collective this week. Yeah, we will like and subscribe. You know the drill. At least I said it in the first 5 minutes.
Yeah, you did.
Week,
so absolutely. Just
we're
for
getting
those
better.
That are catching in.
We're almost a year in, and we're getting better.
Like it. We need people to like these shows so that we can spread the word, right? And so that's what it all boils down to.
Yeah, check out the Coop Collective Discord, and details on that ABC thing are in their Discord. I think you have to be a Neft holder to get in on that though this week. So, but yeah, be on the lookout for a collab event between ABC and Coop Collective. We'll be putting something together and getting some info out on that. But yes, we are the Coop Collective. Happy racing, fam. We'll see you next week.
See ya.
Son of a bitch, Tyler needs to